And welcome back, everybody, to another live reaction here at I'm Not a Coach. We're going to get straight into it. Forget the introductions because we are late. I'll explain it here in a little bit, but we are in the middle of a drive here. Looks like Philadelphia is trying to get the ball down the field here, but they have Kenny Pickens at quarterback. So we got a 1st and 10 ball at the 11. It is 7-0 Philly on top. They just got a turnover. I believe it was a fumble that got them into this position. And it's going to be a handoff to the left and a gain of about 2 for Philly here. So 2nd and about 8 coming up. But how are you doing? Hope your weekend is going well. Hope your Sunday is going phenomenal. And hopefully the holiday season is going very, very smoothly for you. All right, we got two receivers bunched up on the right. Kenny looking, rolling out to his left. He gets it out to one of his receivers on a nice little short cross. And that's going to be good for about 5 or 6. So we got 3rd and short coming up for the Philadelphia Eagles. They are knocking on the door here. Ball is going to be at the 4. All right, Pickett in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. Barkley in motion to the left. And it's going to be a flag on Philly, it looks like, unless they use a timeout here. Well, the good news for Philadelphia is that Hurts has his helmet back on. He's stretching. But it looks like somebody in the medical staff is telling him to go back. He's trying to argue his point, but doesn't look like he's going to be coming back in anytime soon. At least not for this next 3rd and 3. Oh, and they took his helmet away. Oh, boy. Yep, there we go. There's the hit. Got sandwiched between 2 players, and yeah. All right, similar formation. 2 on the right. Barkley in motion to the left. Kenny throwing it, slot, touchdown, slant route, and that is A.J. Brown with a heck of a route there, man. Great separation right at the line of scrimmage. Kenny just turn, boom, throw it. That was a heck of a route there, man. Great separation. That's something you would see with like Davante Adams in Green Bay. There's just those quick little moves. Boom, cut it inside, take it outside, whatever it is. But be decisive, and the quarterback just needs to put it right on him. And the extra point is good. And right now, man, Philly on top of the Commanders, man. Okay, so now that we're going to be on a commercial break, let's talk about what happened here. So earlier in the week, I usually like around Tuesday or Wednesday, I look at what's going to be showing locally here because that's kind of what I have at this point. So I look at the regional map and I'm like, all right, sweet. Look at that. They're saying in my area, in my regional broadcast, it's going to be Detroit versus the Bears. I'm like, oh, okay, sweet. local game. Detroit should be a good game. Chicago, you know, depending on how good that offense can be. Either way, it's going to be a solid game. NFC North, we'll take it. Well, I set up the scoreboard, the thumbnail, everything is set. Perfect. I'm like, all right, everything is solid. We're going to be good. We're going to set up, put out the post. I'm pretty sure if you were popping in there, you saw that the first game was going to be Detroit, Chicago. And then about 10 minutes, maybe 12 minutes before the game, it was like, what's going on here? We're not seeing anything from Detroit or Chicago. So I relook at the website that told me, well, they switched it up. It was supposed to, now it was the Jets versus, I don't even know who else at this point, but it was going to be the Jets game. And I was like, oh my God, I got to scramble. I'm like, I have enough time. I can make a scoreboard. We'll get it done. Boom, boom, boom. And literally 2 minutes before this game started, 2 minutes, I'm like, what is going on? Where is Aaron Rodgers? Where are the Jets? Nope. So that website was not only wrong, but it wasn't even showing. The map just slightly cut off where I was, where it was going. It was in my region, but not exactly all the way up. I don't know why they changed it. I'm not going to complain. I think the Eagles and the Commanders is probably going to be a better game than the Jets would have been. But yeah, so unreliable at this point. Unreliable, unbelievable. So completely had to remake the scoreboard, redo the thumbnail. I corrected the post that I put out, so it should say Eagles Commanders now. And yeah, man, just a scramble. Granted, the rest of the games, the next 2 games today, 100%, those are going to be it. So there's going to be 0 issues. But I do want to apologize to you guys. I don't like to be late. I don't like to be inaccurate, so my apologies. Hopefully you guys were not missing me too much, all right? But yeah, that's what happened, man. Just a wild last like 15 minutes here, just trying to scramble. The fact that I made the other scoreboard for the Jets game is wild to me. So I just have 2 scoreboards that I made that are just completely useless. But yeah, so that's what happened. But we're good now. We got the scoreboard. This one looks beautiful, looks phenomenal. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Commanders. Ball at the 22. Shotgun takes the snap, throwing it out to his receiver on the bubble screen. And that's going to get blown up for a loss of 2. Was that Darius Slay there? Yes, it was, man. Number 2 taking down number 2 there, Darius. Knifing into the backfield there to take down the receiver for a loss of 2. All right, we got 2nd and 12. Empty set, shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. Daniels looking, throwing it out, and nearly intercepted. Holy cow, man. Slay is having a game right now, man. He's having a heck of a drive. He nearly picked that one off. That thing was, if he would have caught that one, that's a pick 6. That is 100% a pick 6. All right, 3rd and 12. 2 receivers to the left. Shotgun. Daniels has time. He's going to scramble. And he's only going to get about a yard on the play. Absolutely nothing downfield. And that is a quick 3 and out. And this Philly defense is, man, dude, they smell blood in the water. And they are going after this team. All right, Washington to punt this one away. We got 5:24 on the clock. Clock is running. Cooper DeJean catching it at the 30, 35, and going to be taken down at the 37. Nice gain of 7 on the return. There is a flag on the field, though. And Jalen Hurts is still not back in the game. We have Kenny Pickett warming up on the sidelines there while we figure out what this flag is. And I mean, this is why Philly, went and got Kenny Pickett for situations like this. Kenny is is he a great quarterback? No, he's not. But he's a guy that started for almost 4 seasons in Pittsburgh. I mean, the guy has been. He was a first round pick, first round pedigree. Started 3 years in Pittsburgh. Played well for times, long stretches at a time. Man, he was never amazing, never great, but he was always very, very solid. And I mean, the comebacks, he would always be in the beginning of the game. He would struggle, but most of his games he played well in the second half, and was able to make some really, really solid plays. And that's what you need in the backup. A guy that's reliable, a guy that has been in situations, can handle them. He's going to be able to just run the offense exactly what you need until your guy comes back, whether in this game or in a few weeks. All right, guys, I will be right back in just a few seconds here. All right, so obviously, pretty obvious that they were evaluating Hurts for a concussion, but now it is official. So no word on whether he's coming back or not. We'll see. But we got Kenny in the pistol here. Saquon behind him. Handoff up the middle to Saquon. And it's going to be good for about 3 yards down to the 18. So the penalty that Philly had on that punt return took them from the 37 all the way back to the 15. Second and 7, ball at the 18, coming up for the Eagles. We got Devontae Smith in on the left, 2 receivers to the right. Receiver in motion, Kenny in the shotgun, quick throw, and he's intercepted. And he was trying to get it to his receiver in, I think he was running a little stick route there on the right side. And wow, dude, he threw it right to that linebacker. Is that Luvu? Who was that? And that was Luvu. Let's go, Frankie Luvu, man. just one of my favorite names to say, man. Frankie Luvu. It's not one of the weirdest names, but it's one of the best. Oh, Frankie, man. Beautiful job, man. Baited Kenny into that throw. Was Luvu. He was basically kind of drifting wide. And as soon as he saw Kenny snap his head to the right side to make the throw, he just undercut the route. Bam. Yeah, he went back inside, undercut the route. Great job, man. There's a flag on the field here. We'll see. And that's going to be a penalty on the Eagles defense. Too many men on the field. So the interception, now the penalty, and it is 1st and 5, ball at the 20 for the Commanders. Quick throw, shotgun, and it's going to get it out to Terry McLaurin on the little swing route there. And he's going to be good for a first down, gain of about 8. Oh, and a little update on the Detroit game that we thought we were going to do is 13 to nothing, actually. Holy cow. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 12. Shotgun, takes the snap, a lot of motion. It's going to dump it underneath and incomplete. Jaden Daniels, unable to find anybody. But there's going to be a flag on the Eagles, and I think it's going to be roughing the passer. And it is. I mean, that wasn't egregious in my opinion. That was a shove. I think that's one of those where you say, hey, if you do that again, we're going to flag you for roughing. All right, we got 3 receivers on the left. Daniels in the shotgun. Hand off to the running back who bounces off a hit and only able to get a yard on the play. And that was a great job by Nakobe Dean there, man. Able to knife into the backfield and stop Robinson from really getting much. All right, we got 3:23. Clock is running. 2 receivers to the right. Quick throw and Zaccheaus unable to haul that one in. I like the pre-snap motion. They had Zaccheaus on the outside. Just before the snap, he was running back, kind of almost like he was about to loop around the quarterback and basically go to the left. Instead, at the snap, he stops, turns back, and his corner was not there, man. His corner was expecting him to be all the way across the formation, so that you can tell that he sprinted there. But the ball just was not. I mean, it wasn't a bad throw. It's going to be play action over the middle, and that is a touchdown for the Commanders. Is that Jamison Crowder? Holy cow, man. Jamison Crowder. Great throw, great route, man, and was able to toe tap on the back of the end zone there for the touchdown. Oh, working on the rookie, and then Dejan passed him on to the safety. Safety kept on drifting wide, and Crowder just able to loop it inside, man. It was almost like a skinny post, and the extra point is good. And just like that, man, the Commanders cut this lead to 7 off the back of that interception by Frankie Luvu to set them up in great field position. Then a couple penalties on the on the Eagles defense helps out the Commanders there, and just a great throw there by Daniels to Crowder, a name that I have not heard in a long time, man. Jamison Crowder has been in the league for a while, but I'm kind of glad to see him, man. He's always been a solid guy, man. He's a guy that's just a solid pro everywhere he's been. Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was like a skinny post or just one of those where it's just kind of like, a crossing a like a crossing route, but maybe if you need to turn it upfield a little bit. But yeah, that was a great job. So his man was Cooper DeJean, and you could tell Cooper was telling the safety, "Hey, I'm passing him on to you," but the safety just kept on moving towards the right side of the field and just left the middle of the field wide open. Daniels hit him right there in stride, and Crowder just doing a great job of tapping those toes before going out of bounds. All right, we have 3:12 left in the first half. This game has been wild, man. Even the parts where we didn't get a chance to record. All right, it's going to be caught at the 5 here. The return for Philly, ball to 25. He keeps it going, gets it to the 31. So a nice little decent return there. Got an extra yard. And I got to give it to the NFL, man. I don't think the kickoff the new kickoff rule and just the way that it's being run, it's not going to guarantee a return, but I think it's made it a little bit better, and it's going to be a nice little run. Saquon good for about a yard on the left side. All right, Pickett in the pistol here, changing some things at the line. A.J. Brown to the left, Smith to the right, handoff to Saquon up the middle, cutting it to the left, finds the blockers. He's to the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Saquon. Holy shnikes, man. Wow. Dude. Barkley is a freaking dude. The guy is just insane right now. That is wild. All right. Well, it didn't take him long to score, and the extra point is good. Hot dang. Yeah, it was a handoff up the middle, cut it to the outside on the left. Had a blocker by number 47, and after that, it was a foot race after that. Great job, man, by Philly. They had the pulling guard and the tight end, which is number 47, from the right side. They pulled all the way to the left, and wow, dude. And that's one of those by Saquon. Like, he's gonna get credit for it. He's gonna be like, "Oh, it's an amazing run." That was just a great job by the other 10 guys on the field. That is one where you that's where the offensive line and those tight ends, those are the ones that they made that play work. Saquon, I'm not trying to take anything away from him, obviously. The guy is amazing. He's proven it throughout his career. He's proven it this season. But you got to give credit to the other 10 guys on that play, or the other 9, I guess. I don't know. Kenny Pickett didn't block, but still, man, holy cow. Commanders get the ball right at the goal line to the 20, 25. Makes a man miss to the 33. He is finally taken down. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, we got 3 receivers on the left. Daniels in the shotgun. Play action. Looking, has a little bit of time. He's going to scramble. And it's going to be good for about 9 yards. All right, 3 receivers to the right. Daniels in the shotgun, running back to his left. Quick throw, nice little bubble screen to Terry, and he's going to fight for yardage, gain of about 3, maybe 4. And that's going to be a first down. Oh, man, these guys are talking so much smack, man. I love it. I love it. Division rivals, man, you got to, especially late in the year. The Eagles are trying to get the number 1 seed. The Commanders are still technically fighting for their playoff lives, trying to secure that 7th seed. Daniels in the shotgun. Receiver, it's going to be a handoff to the right, and only good for about a yard. It looks like this next play will be the final play of the first quarter. 2 receivers to the left. Daniels in the shotgun. Play action. 2nd and 9. Throw to the left, and that's going to be caught by Terry McLaurin. Gain of about 13, and that should be a first down, but there is a flag on the field. Oh, it's going to be an illegal motion that'll take away the first down. And it was actually by, the penalty is actually on McLaurin. Oh, yeah, never got set. Did like an extra little crow hop just before the snap. But regardless, that is going to take us to the second quarter. But man, dude, it has been a wild first quarter. We've seen a fumble, we've seen an interception, we've seen one starting quarterback get knocked out so far of the game with a concussion, and we've seen 28 points. We've seen some massive runs. We've seen Jameson Williams score a touchdown. Yeah, man, it's sorry, Jameson Williams, Jamison Crowder scored a touchdown. But man, what a yeah, that was a wild first quarter, and of course we were late. Of course we had to switch some things up, and that's actually what I'm doing now. I still have everything labeled as Detroit and Chicago, so changing some things up here so I can figure out who scores what, and that way make it a little bit smoother. But anyway, guys, how you guys doing, huh? Has your morning been as hectic as mine? Also, how's your Christmas shopping going, man? You guys done, man? It's almost here, man. Holiday season. So it looks like when we were on commercial break, might have been a little bit of a skirmish almost. So no flags, but it's still first and 10. Interesting. So no, apparently there was a flag, but it was on Chauncey Gardner Johnson, I think, because so he made contact. So they were talking some smack. Gardner, he basically put his like he might have, I don't want to say headbutted him. I think that's a little too strong, but basically kind of like made contact with the other player, and the other player retaliated by basically palming his helmet and just taking it off. But the penalty was only on Gardner Johnson. But maybe there was two. Maybe I don't know. I only saw one flag, and I only saw it called on Gardner. But yeah, it looks like it's only going to be on Gardner because the Commanders have the ball in Philly territory at the 44. All right, snap, shotgun, and it's going to be a nice run up the middle, gain of about 2.5. God dang, good thing we didn't do the Detroit game. It is 20-0. All right, two receivers on the left. Daniels in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking over the middle, trying to get it to Robinson there, running a nice little nice little Texas route, basically. So when the running back, motions out like he's about to go in the flat, but then cuts it back inside over the middle. But unfortunately, Daniels unable to connect with him. So 3rd and 8 coming up, ball at the 42. All right, empty set here. 3 receivers on the left. Daniels just going to run it. He's going to get the first down to the 30 and slides at the 27. Heck of a play design. Great blocking down the field there to give Daniels an opportunity because the linebackers were crashing down. All right. 3 receivers to the left. Daniels in the shotgun, ball at the 28. And he's going to be taken down off for a sack back at the 31 on the blind side there. Who got there first? Was that Nolan Smith or let me see here. And it looks like it's going to be a penalty on the Philly defense here, I think. Oh, man, that was a... I don't know about these penalties on Philly recently, man. And I mean, he shoved the offensive lineman, but they both had hands on each other. I don't know. So Daniel's gonna take the snap here and fumble. Oh boy, I think it's gonna be Philly ball. It is gonna be Philly ball, and that's Cooper DeJean Mustard with the ball. And that was who took the snap here? Was that Robinson? And Robinson careless with the ball, and Cooper DeJean comes up with the recovery. That is the second turnover for this Philly defense. God dang, dude. Commanders cannot stay out of their own way. So yeah, they basically snapped the ball to Robinson, trying to run up the middle, very similar to what they did with Jaden Daniels on that 3rd down, where it was just everybody was kind of spread out. But obviously Robinson, this one, taking the snap, running up the middle, and I don't know if he was trying to like get loose from the tackle or if he was trying to extend the ball out. But either way, he was careless with the ball, and that thing just got punched out. And Cooper DeJean just able to slide right in there and recover it. All right, let's see. Let's get an update here. And it is official. Jalen Hurts is completely ruled out for the rest of the game. So it'll be Kenny Pickett the rest of the way here. So we got 13-16 in the second quarter, 21-7. Philly gets the ball at the 10 here. Deep throw, deep shot, and it's going to be caught at the 47-yard line on the Commander's side, and that is A.J. Brown able to come back for that one. That is 40-plus yards through the air. Heck of a throw by Kenny Pickett. That was just one of those where you just trust your guy to be there to fight for it. And officially ball, they're going to spot it at the 45. So 55 yards on that catch. And it's going to take the snap. Oh, okay. No, there's a penalty. Looks like it's going to be on Philly here since they called the play dead. Yeah, false start. There we go. Saquon, 7 carries, already 109 yards on the day. I think he has 2 touchdowns as well. So 1st and 15, ball at the 50. It's going to be a handoff to Saquon, and he's going to be good for about 3 yards on the play. Dude, I keep on forgetting Bobby Wagner is on the Commanders. All right, 2nd and 13, ball at the 48. Kenny in the shotgun. Receiver in motion to the left. Takes the snap. Pressure. Gets the ball out quickly to Smith. And he's going to be inside the 45 down to about the 43. Gain of 5. So we got a 3rd and 8 coming up for the Philadelphia offense. Sorry, their defense has just been so dang good. I can't. All right. Oddly enough, Saquon not in for this snap. It's going to be Gainwell. 2-by-2 formation here. Receivers, Pickett rolling out to his right for some reason, even though he had a pretty clean pocket. And that'll be incomplete. Yeah, I don't know why he ran. I don't know what he was doing. Yeah, his offensive line, they did a great job of getting covering that blitz on the left side. If he would have stayed in the pocket, I think he would have had time. As soon as he ran out, that defender that was trying to loop around the left was able to just go free. And then on top of that, the defensive end on that right side just was able to pursue him all the way down. So, yeah, another great job by Kenny there. I think if he would have stayed in the pocket, he probably would have been able to buy himself at least 2, maybe 3 seconds there. Yeah, rolling out to the right, there was just no chance. You could tell immediately he was not going to be able to just settle his feet. And it's going to be a solid punt there for Philly. I think they just pinned the Commanders inside the 15. All right, the Commanders officially getting the ball at the 4. Jaden shotgun finds his man deep down the field to the 40. Holy cow. Just like that, man. These teams are just throwing haymakers at each other, man. Philly started the ball inside their own, I think they're around the 10, yeah. And they, first play, deep shot. Now what did the Commanders do? Inside their own 5, deep shot down the right sideline, and he hits his man for a huge gain. Ball at the 41 of Philly. Handoff up the middle, and Robinson keeping this one, getting it inside the 45 down to about the 42. So that catch and throw by Daniels to kind of start out the drive there, 50 yards from their own 4 all the way down to the 41. Sorry, to the 46 of Philadelphia. And we do have a Philly player on the ground. Two receivers to the left. Daniels in the pistol. Handoff to Robinson up the middle. And going to be very close to the first down. I think they're going to give it to him. Oh, that's not even Robinson. That is Rodriguez. And they're going to say 3rd and about half a yard. 3 receivers to the left. Daniels in the shotgun. And Philly read that one all the way, able to just knife through over the middle, and that's going to be a loss of 2 and a half. Oh, that was ugly, man. That was ugly. All right, Commanders are going for it. 4th and 4, ball at the 38. Moving pocket. Daniels going to scramble. He's going to get the first down just enough. Gain of about 5 on 4th and 4. Yeah, they move that pocket all the way to the right. They win about 10 yards to the right side. But Daniels able to cut it up the middle and just able to get the first down. Ball at the 35, 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. And Rodriguez unable to get more than a handful of yards. Second and 8. Ball at the 33. Brown in motion to the left. Daniels looking. Has time. So this offensive line has done a pretty dang good job. And incomplete. Trying to get it to Crowder down the right sideline. Ooh, that was a tight window, man. All right, we got 3rd and 8. 5 receiver set. Quick throw down the left sidelines. He has a man, and that's a touchdown. Terry McLaurin. Wow, dude. Daniels just threw that one up. Front pylon. Go and get it. Great adjustment by McLaurin and just able to catch it basically over his shoulder, keep his feet in bounds. Caught it at about the 2 and then just able to just stay inside that front left pylon for the touchdown. Dude, this game is freaking awesome, man. This has probably been one of the best games I've seen in a couple weeks, man. And the kick is, well, that was like a knuckleball, but they're saying it's good. All right, man. About halfway through the second quarter, it is 21-14. The Commanders, after being down 14-0, have outscored the Eagles. 14-7, man. Let's freaking go. And, of course, Zach Ertz, the former Philadelphia Eagle legend, won the Super Bowl with them, celebrating with Terry McLaurin, now a member of the Commanders. I kind of want to see this route, man, by McLaurin. So, okay, so it looked like he was going to cut it inside, like almost like a post route, and then just turned it upfield, man. They were giving him a lot of space, man. Philly was about 7 or 8 yards. Their corners, I should say, were about 7 or 8 yards off the line of scrimmage there. And Gonzalez's kick is going to be returned from the 2-yard line. And Philly going to be taken down at around the 25. Great job by the Commanders. And with that last catch, that is 1,000 yards for Terry McLaurin. That is his 5th consecutive, which now is a franchise record. All right, we got first and 10, ball to 25. Pickett in the pistol, handoff to Saquon down the right side. And he's going to be good for about a yard. All right, Philly with a no huddle here, trying to hurry it up here, trying to get an extra possession probably before the half ends. Nice little run up to the left. Saquon this time getting a little bit more, gain of about 4. Setting up a 3rd and 5 coming up. So they're saying 3rd and 6. 3 receivers on the right side. A.J. Brown now in motion to the left. Shotgun. Pickett, pressure, gets the ball out, and Brown taken down about a yard shy of the first. And that is one of the newest members of this Washington defense, and that is Marshon Lattimore. They picked him up in the during the trade deadline with the trade with the New Orleans Saints. Lattimore, man, he was dealing with some injuries. He's been dealing with injuries over the last couple of years, but when he is healthy, he is one of the best corners in the NFL. So for a team that's trying to not only make the playoffs, but trying to make a run, Commanders picked up a really solid player there. And the punt is away. Crowder returning it here, getting about 5 or 6 yards on the punt return. Yeah, anytime you have a healthy Marshon Lattimore, your defense is going to be better. It's just simple as that. He's just one of those guys that he's young enough. I think he's like 28, maybe 29. He's still got a few good years for sure. And like I said, his biggest issue of the last few years has just been not being able to stay healthy. Same thing this year. Even when they traded for him, I don't think he played for the first 2 or 3 games. Sorry, we're taking a little bit here to get started. There we go, finally. Shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. Commanders get the ball at the 24. Daniels rolling, running, and it's going to be out across the 25 down to about the 26. Two receivers to the left. Daniels in the pistol. Handoff to Robinson. Tries to bounce it out to the right. Unable. And they're going to be good for about a yard, maybe 2. And we have a Philly player down on the ground. Looks like one of the big defensive linemen. All right, the Philly player getting some help off the field. Trying to see, is that Jalen? No, that is Jordan Davis, a guy that has been. I mean, when they drafted him, man, he immediately just changed the way that defense was able to play. So Sirianni out there to help him off the field as well. So hopefully he's okay. All right, 3 receivers on the left side. Hurts in the shotgun. Looking, dumping it underneath to his running back. Getting the ball to the 30. And that's going to be a quick drive there for the Commanders. So they're going to punt this one away. Gain of just 1. Oh, Darius Slade might have gotten away with something there. All right, the clock is going to be around 3 minutes when the Eagles get the ball back here. It's going to be fair caught at the 28 by Cooper DeJean. And officially, we got 3:07 for Philly here. See if they can get something going here. Maybe extend this lead just a little bit before the half. Or is it going to be a quick drive and the Commanders are going to have a chance to put up some points? All right, we got 3 receivers on the right side. Pickett rolling. Nope, cuts it back in and finds A.J. Brown down the sidelines, but it's going to be incomplete, unable to haul it in. We got 2nd and 10. Orbit motion by Smith on the right side. And it's going to be a handoff to Gainwell, I think. And he's good for about 3. All right, this is going to set up a 3rd and 7. So the Commanders could get the ball back at the 2-minute warning if they choose not to use a timeout. And the Commanders are actually going to use a timeout here because it looks like that defense was not set. You can tell there's a lot of confusion. Guys pointing at each other, guys just kind of like looking around. So there's a big 3rd down for them. If they can get a stop, they can get the ball back. Ideally you would have been able to. You would have liked to keep that extra time out there because if you can stop them here, use that one, then you have a couple 30 seconds plus the 2-minute warning and your 2 timeouts. Now, yeah, you might as well just take this to the 2-minute warning, keep your 2 timeouts, and just kind of roll with it. We got 3 receivers on the right. Saquon back in this one. It's going to be a handoff to him down the right sideline. Down the right side. And he's going to be good for about 5 yards. So 4th and 2 coming up. All right, well, Philly is going to potentially run a play here. I'd be very surprised. No. 2-minute warning. I think they were just trying to see if the Commanders would jump off sides. All right, we are to the 2-minute warning here in Washington. I mean, it's been a pretty dang good game so far. Oddly enough, we've only had one timeout in this third quarter, but we've had some massive plays. Yeah, the deep throws by Daniels, man. Like that's when you as a person that has watched a couple of these games, I think this is the third or fourth game that we've done with Washington, and I think two or three of them they've had success on offense, but the one that they didn't is just the when they can't throw the ball down the field when they can't really threaten, with Terry McLaurin or just somebody down the field. That's when they really struggle because they can run the ball, but they're they're not one of those teams that can just run with against anybody. They have to. It has to be very specific. They're very specific teams, very specific schemes. And obviously during this, I mean, there's not many teams that can run against the Philly defense. That front seven is just insane. So you can clearly tell that they're having to rely on their passing game significantly more to get them down the field. Because right now Washington is not built to go up against teams like Philly and then just drive down the field by little chunks or even just like gains of 5 or 6. They need explosive plays to get down the field and create not only opportunities for scores, but like we saw with the touchdown to Terry a moment ago, actually score on those plays. Not a great punt. And that's going to be a decent return, decent field position for this Commanders offense. 152 on the clock. They have 2 timeouts. Crowder nearly muffing the punt on there. Yeah, he caught it at the 28, but then bobbled it. that was risky right there, man. All right, Commanders get the ball at the 33 here, 1st and 10. Empty set. Jaden, quick throw over the middle, and he's intercepted. He's intercepted at the 46 by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Ball was overthrown, trying to hit his man over the middle. We got a little bit of a skirmish. We got a little bit of a skirmish here. And he was trying to hit McCaffrey over the middle. Oh God. Bad throw there by Daniels. Not only was he not going to hit McCaffrey in stride, but that thing was going to be a little bit behind him too. So high and ooh. Man, dude, that is the worst thing that could have happened. So 2 fumbles and an interception by this Commanders team. Somehow they're only down by 7. All right, Philly gets the ball at the 49. Saquon with a run, makes a man miss, and gets it to the 45. Gain of 4. All right, clock is running under 130. 2 receivers to the right, tight end in the slot to the left. Pickett in the shotgun, takes the snap, quick throw, gets it to Brown, and he'll be to the just inside the 40. I think he's going to be just shy of the first down. So it'll be 3rd and a very, very short one. All right, officially under 60 seconds. 2 receivers to the right. A.J. Brown alone to the left. Handoff to Saquon, who makes a man. Nope. Does not make a man miss. He's going to get tackled back at the. Is that the 43? No, going to be tackled probably around the 41. So a loss of about 2. And that was Frankie Louvu with a great job there. So 4th and 4 coming up. And Philly just not going to snap the ball here, just trying to see if they can get free 5 yards, get a first down. And the Eagles use their second timeout to avoid getting a penalty. And that leaves just 11 seconds here in the first half. Oh, that's not good, man. No, you're all good. You're all good. Yeah, man, it's a we're what 2 days away from Christmas and things like that. Yeah, it's gonna be hectic for a lot of people. So I'm not expecting a whole lot of people to pop in, and stay for long extent, basically the entire game. But Dahlia, I appreciate you popping in here. I always do. Takes the snap. Pickett gonna throw the ball. Gets the first down. Actually, gain of 5. Clock is running, and I think Philly's gonna have to use their final timeout here if they want to have any opportunity. All right, we have 4 seconds left. And they're going to send out Jake Elliott to attempt this 56-yarder in the cold with the wind. See what happens. Snap, hold, kick, and does it have enough juice? Nope, it does not. It was accurate enough, but it just did not have the distance. Oh, that thing just died, man. I think it would have been good from about 53, maybe 54, but it was about 2 or 3 yards shy. Holy cow, man. What a half. the Commanders, man, they are so darn lucky right now. Three turnovers, and I think Philly has only scored on off of one of those. I think it was the first fumble. 'Cause they obviously didn't get anything here on the interception. And I think the last fumble that was from Robinson, I don't think Philly was able to get anything there either. Ah, dang. But man, great, great first half, man. 35 points. Some big plays down the field in the passing game. Obviously, Saquon has been able to rip off a couple big runs, including that massive, massive touchdown run. Obviously, one of the biggest stories is Jalen Hurts is going to be out for the rest of the game with a concussion. That could definitely, definitely play a role because, if this was, 31 to 14 or 35 to 14, I think you could say Philly could probably salt this one away. But I don't know, man. That offense right now, it seems to be unable to really get the ball down the field. I think since Hurts has been, I was about to say hurt, but since Hurts been out of the game, I think they've only scored one touchdown, and that was on the Saquon run from about 70 yards almost. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, so I'm gonna be right back. We'll talk about what I've seen so far, what these teams have done well, and what they probably need to do to be able to either keep the lead that they have or come back. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, people, we are back. So let's talk about this game. So, even though I did not stream the first 5 to 6 minutes of the first quarter, I was watching the game since from when it started. So definitely some turnovers early on for the Commanders. I think they fumbled on half of their first half of their first four drives. So some big turnovers. They threw obviously the interception there, kind of at the end when they had an opportunity to potentially cut this lead down. But man, but they have been explosive. So let's talk about the good. Let's talk about the bad and then the good of what they've done so far. So obviously 3 turnovers and a half. Can't do that, man. Can't do that against a team like the Eagles. Even if their starting quarterback is out, they still have Saquon. They still have really talented receivers. That offensive line has been phenomenal, and that defense, they're dealing with some injuries right now, but they are one of the best in the NFL, if not arguably the best. So, 3 turnovers, you got to clean that up. Penalties, they've done a pretty decent job. It seems like Philly is usually the one dealing with the penalties in the first half. But man, you gotta take advantage of those as well as an offense, as a defense if you're Washington. But the biggest thing is they need to get the running game going, dude. They have been struggling to move the ball on the ground, and that's a great the reason you want to get that running game going is that you're going to be able to control the clock, be able to control the tempo of the game, and you're just going to be able to be in better managing passing downs as well. Like, you're not always going to be able to rely on Jaden Daniels being able to just throw the ball 50 yards down the field and find Terry McLaurin. It's just not going to happen. It's against this defense, it's just they're too good to be able to give up those plays on a consistent basis. So you got to run the ball. You got to find a way, scheme something up. Even when the Packers are going up against a really solid defense, and you can tell that, some of the running games are not, some of that running, those plays are not happening. They switch it up. You got to give it to your receivers. Find ways to get Terry McLaurin, Jamison Crowder, get these guys involved in the running game. Be creative. Find a way to be able to get Robinson, maybe split him out wide, and then just before the snap, he's coming in. Nice little pitch up the middle, almost like an end around, little swing pass, things like that. Got to find ways to get these running backs not only going in the running game, but get them involved in the passing game as well. And same thing with your receivers, man. Get them involved in the running game. Be creative. So I'm hoping that's what they do in the second half. Not only on top of that, if you're able to run the ball, that's going to minimize the risk of turning the ball over typically. You're not going to be throwing the ball in the air, getting intercepted or something like that, man. So find a way to get all of your offensive weapons involved in the running game. Make it an emphasis. And I guarantee you're going to start to see that stuff in the secondary where you're able to just toss it up there to Terry McLaurin. Those things are going to open up a lot more. All right. What has Philly done? They have done a pretty darn good job of running the ball over the last, to start I would say the first quarter and a half, they were running the ball so darn well. And whether it's because the Commanders defense doesn't really worry about Kenny Pickett being able to take advantage of it, they've been really cracking down on Saquon. He has not been able to really get going outside of that last massive run down the left sideline that got them a touchdown. Since then, not a whole lot. So if I'm Philly, you got to find ways to get the ball to A.J. Brown, to Devontae Smith, especially Devontae Smith, man. He is a great guy in the slot that Kenny Pickett just, throws it 5-6 yards down the field. Let Smith do the rest. But yeah, you got to find ways to get Kenny Pickett comfortable, get him easy passes to the sidelines, some sluggo routes underneath. Just get the ball out of his hands and into the playmakers as quickly as possible. Because, like I said, Kenny, smart quarterback, can play in this league. He's not a number one guy, but you don't want him to be the guy that you need to rely on. if like the Commanders make this a close game, or I mean it's already a 7-point game, but it's gonna be kickoff. It's gonna be caught at around the 8 and returned to about the 24, maybe the 25. But if the Commanders tie this game up, or God, who knows, man, they might take a lead, double-digit lead. The last thing you want is to have to rely on Kenny Pickett to basically get you the win, make a comeback. And granted, he's done that in the NFL, so I'm not saying that he can't, but you don't want to be in that situation. All right? So basically what Philly needs to do is reestablish the run and then finally get the ball out of Kenny's hands quickly as possible, give him some easy throws, and let his playmakers do the rest. Devontae Smith in motion to the left. Kenny in the pistol. It's going to be a handoff to Saquon, and that's good for about 2. Ball to the 27, 2nd and 8 coming up. All right. Kenny, play action, looking, throwing the ball deep down the field and incomplete. And they're going to call a pass interference on Marshawn Lattimore, trying to find A.J. Brown there. Oh, wow. That's a pass interference on everybody. Pass interference on Marshawn because he was holding on to him. But at the same time, AJ also had a hold of Marshawn's pads as well. Not just his jersey, but he had his hands all up in there and just basically pulling him down. So that should be PI on both, offsetting penalties, redo the down. Yeah, I don't like that, man. But anyway, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Philly, all the way inside the 35. And Saquon with a carry, and he's going to only be good for 1. So we got 2nd and 9, ball at the 34 coming up for the Eagles. Two receivers to the right. Kenny Pickett in the shotgun. Saquon to his right. Quick throw down the right sidelines and incomplete. And it's going to be another pass interference on Marshawn Lattimore. This one I can see. Definitely I can see that a lot more because he had his arm across his chest. But that first one should have been offsetting penalties. This one, yes. Is it a little ticky-tacky? Maybe, but it's definitely not nothing. So I could see this one. If that's what they called on the previous penalty, I would have been like, okay, I can see that. So automatic first down, ball at the 11, 1st and 10. Saquon with a nice run to the right. He's got some blockers. Gonna get it around the 5. Oh, we got a commander tangled up with the camera equipment on the sidelines. I think that's Bobby Wagner. There you go. And he had literally like a whole platoon of teammates trying to help him out, man. That's when you know you got a lot of respect in the league, and also in the locker room as well. Literally like 6 teammates just completely went over there and just tried to help him get out of the equipment. All right, we got 2nd and 4. Ball just outside the 5. Devontae Smith in motion to the right. And another run. Saquon this time cutting it upfield and getting it inside the 5. And that's a gain of about 2. All right, we got 3rd and 3. Ball at the 4. Saquon alone in the backfield, takes the snap and trying to find somebody down the field, and he cannot, and they'll lose some yardage. And they'll bring up 4th and 4. Ball just outside the 5. Trying to do a little bit of a quick, trick play there with Saquon playing quarterback / running, but unable to find anybody down the field. And Philly's going to have to settle for a field goal attempt here to try to make it 10. Jake Elliott in to kick. He missed his first one from 56. It was accurate enough, but just not enough gas in the tank for the ball to make it all the way through. This one is right down the middle. Easy. All right, so decent drive there by the Eagles. Obviously helped out a lot by some pass interference penalties on Marshawn Lattimore. But hey, man, that's part of the game too. Take advantage of getting some calls and able to get 3. Ah, man, thank goodness we're watching this game, because the Eagles, the Lions and Bears game, 20-point game. The Rams and the Jets, 9-9. All right, but let's quickly look around the league. We got the Falcons just absolutely destroying the Giants right now, 31-7. Giants are obviously just tanking at this point, because I don't even think they're that bad. The Browns losing to the Bengals 17-6. Colts just destroying right now the Titans to 31-17. 31-7. And a good game over there with the Panthers and Cardinals, 23-17. Panthers on top. And kick is up. It's going to be caught at the 15, so going to be a great return here. And he's able to get it across the 35 down to about the 37, maybe the 38. All right, Jaden in the shotgun, tight end in motion, play action, a lot of motion, and trying to set up a screen to Robinson, and it's going to be just throw the ball in the dirt. Philly played it perfectly. All right, we got three receivers on the right side. Daniels in the shotgun. Quick throw, getting it out. Oh, it's a fumble. It's either going to be a fumble or it's a drop. Either way, it's not great. So it's either going to be third and very long for the Commanders or it's going to be a fumble. I think that's a fumble, man. So that was Brown trying to get it to number 2 there, and then just got absolutely smacked. Was that Braun? Yes, it was. Sorry, not Braun. Bond. Bond has been freaking. Dude, the dude has just been killing it this year, man. I think he had enough possession of it, and I think the ball. To me, it's a fumble. Like it wasn't bang bang. He was able to take like 2 or 3 steps before he got hit. To me, that's a fumble. So, all right, we're gonna go to commercial break while they decide what's going on. And that Zach Bond, man, Wisconsin Badger, man, former Wisconsin Badger. Dude, Wisconsin players have been killing it this year, man. Van Ginkel had a big start to the year, probably one of the better players in the first month. Bond has just been having a phenomenal year all season long. You know, TJ Watt, obviously. I'm trying to think of other Wisconsinites that are just doing a heck of a job this year, man. But Wisconsin, man, we may not be we may not be in the NFC in the playoffs, college playoffs, any of the years that they've made the playoffs. But Wisconsin, man, they produce some pretty dang good players in the NFL. Yeah, I think the Badgers don't get enough credit for what they were able to produce, man. Our guys are not, the flashy guys. We're not, none of our guys are going to go in the top 5 or top 10 probably, but hey, man, that middle to late first round to kind of the first day. Wisconsin is a really solid day 2 school. Let's just say that. Yeah, man, we produce some. I run the program, but you know what? I live here. I pay taxes. Yeah, I'll say we. But yeah, Wisconsin, they produce some really solid players, especially over the last like 5 or 7 years, man. There seems to be at least 1 to 2 guys every year that is a starter in the NFL. Uh oh. Looks like we might have a guy that is. Yeah, it looks like Chauncey Gardner is being ejected. He got called earlier in the first quarter, second round. All right, Pickett gets hit, fumbles, sacked, and I think it's going to be Commander Ball. Oh, no. All right. Philly fell on top of it, but man, strip sack. So setting up the Commanders fumbling for the third time in this game. Philly nearly gave it back to him. Gainwell with a nice carry of about 2, maybe 3 on that right side. And that was Cleveland Farrell with the fumble sack, the former first-round pick for the Raiders a couple years ago, 4th overall pick. That was during the John Gruden era. So 3rd and 16 for the Eagles. It's going to hand off to Saquon, and he's going to be good for maybe a yard. There is a flag on the field as well. Frankie Louvu, the first guy there. Oh, and it's going to be a face mask. That was by Duron Payne. That's going to give Philly an automatic first down. All right, we got 1st and 10, ball at the 48 of Washington. It's going to be a handoff to Barkley, and absolutely nothing there, man. He's going to be knocked at around the 50, I think. Yeah, that's going to be a loss of 2 for the Eagles there. All right, Washington sends 5, gets the ball out quickly, and it's going to be a first down for the Eagles, getting it to Devonta Smith. Heck, nice job, man. Let's go. Oh, nice little hitch, nice little comeback route there. First and 10, ball at the 37. Pickett looking, trying to find somebody. He's going to roll out to his right, trying to buy some time, and he'll run out of bounds back at the line of scrimmage. And they're actually saying he picked up a yard, so 2nd and 9. All right, we got 3 receivers on the left side. Pickett in the shotgun, changing a few things here at the line. Last time he did this, Saquon scored a 60-plus yard touchdown. It's going to be a handoff to Saquon, and this time it is not going to be a touchdown. He's going to get tripped up and get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 coming up. Yeah, since Saquon ran for that touchdown, he has carried the ball 13 times for just 24 yards. Pickett with the snap, throw over the middle, and that's going to be pass interference. Absolutely. Okay. There you go. There are the flags. And that's going to be on Lattimore again. That is the third time in this half, actually. I was like, was that the first half? No. He got called for PI on the opening drive here for Philly in the second half, and now he gets another one here on 3rd and 9. And I think they could have gotten the Commanders there for roughing the passer as well, man. Kenny got hit high. Man, dude, Lattimore is having a rough game. All right, Pickett in the shotgun here. It's going to be a handoff to Saquon, and he's going to lose about a yard or two. Yeah, in his first 7 carries of the game, Saquon, 7 for 110 yards, averaging nearly, I think it was around 15 and a half yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. And since then, he has almost twice as many carries, but only about 23 yards, no touchdowns, and I think he's averaging less than 2 yards a carry. So, all right, 2 receivers to the right, A.J. Brown in motion to the left, Pickett, play action, looking, it's going to run up the middle, and it's good for about 4, maybe 5. So it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Eagles here. All right, ball at the 26. Need to get it to the 19 for a first down. A.J. Brown in motion to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Pickett trying to find somebody. He does, and that's going to be a first down to Smith inside the 15 down to about the 14. That was a heck of a job there by the offensive line too, man. All right, officially 13, 1st and 10. Handoff to Saquon up the right side, and it's going to be good for 2. All right, we got a little over 4 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. This game is going a little bit quicker here in the second half. All right, Pickett in the shotgun, receiver in motion to the left, A.J. Brown alone to the right, play action, quick throw, and incomplete. Trying to get it to A.J. Brown there, and he took a shot at the end of that one, but no completion. Oh, I think they could have gotten Lattimore again for defensive PI on that one. He was all over A.J. Brown before the ball even got there. All right, we got 3rd and 8, 3 receivers on the left side. And Pickett not liking. Oh, actually, no, the clock was running low here, so it's going to use a timeout. All right, we got 3rd and 8. And ooh, Kenny Pickett absolutely gets wrecked in the backfield for a sack. Flowers literally coming from that right side, completely unblocked. Both the right tackle, right guard take the inside man. Pickett never felt the pressure from Flowers coming through. Oh. Yeah, that was just, I don't know, like if you're Kenny Pickett, man, you gotta sense that somehow you can clearly tell your guys are, if your right guard slides in, then you know that your right tackle is also sliding in because you see the other rusher as well. And you gotta be in your head, you have to be like, okay, they're probably overloading on that right side since they're trying to cut in through the middle. I don't know. But either way, the field goal is good, and the Eagles continue to extend this lead. Now up by 13. All right, man. The Commanders are going to have to do something here in the third quarter. Um, Even if it obviously it's going to be probably bleeding into the fourth, but they got to score on this drive. Otherwise, it's going to be, you don't want to go, you don't want to be, you're already down by 13 points. The last thing you want to do is give Philly a chance to make this a 3-possession game heading into the fourth. Alrighty. Jaden Daniels keeps the ball here. He's going to run to the left, and that's going to be a gain of about 5 or 6. Looking down the field. He's going to try to find somebody. Nope, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 4. David Stegosaurus, what's going on, bud? A quick throw, and that's going to be to the right side. Zacchaeus with a nice catch of about 9, maybe 10. No, man, it's this offense, man. The offense has just not been, like I said, they've had to rely heavily on the explosive plays down the field to get them the points. And you can't live that way in the NFL, not against a really good defense. Receiver in motion to the left. Nice little screen to the running back, and that's going to get blown up in the backfield for a loss of 1. All right, we got 3rd and 11, 2 receivers to the left. Daniels in the shotgun. Receiver in motion to the right, looking down the field, and holy cow, incomplete. That ball ricocheted about 10 or 15 yards. See, who was he trying to get it to? Was that McLaurin? Yes, it was. Tight coverage, man. Very tight coverage. I think if the ball was just a little bit further inside, I think McLaurin would have caught that one. So it'll be 4th and 11 here. We've got 19 seconds left. And he's going to run it. He's going to get the first down and a bit more to the 20-15. And taken down at the 11 is Jaden Daniels for the first down run on 4th and 11. Holy cow. And that's going to take us to the 4th quarter here. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I feel like they have tried every once in a while, but I think you're probably not wrong, David. I think they just need to be a little bit more aggressive. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I seem to be having some issues here. I don't know what's going on with my equipment. So just give me 1 moment. Alrighty. It's going to be a run, and Washington unable to get anything going. It's going to be a throw over the middle, getting it to his running back, Nichols. He's going to get it down to the 5. Daniels looking, rolling to his right. He finds a man in the end zone, and that is a touchdown for the Washington Commanders, man. There we go. That's what they needed. And Zacchaeus with a touchdown down the right side. All right, guys, I'm going to have to. So basically, my mouse has just stopped working. Um, and at this point, I'm not going to be able to change the score potentially. All right. I'm gonna have to do something that I don't think it'll end the stream, but I'm gonna have to turn off the camera just for a bit here because I need that plug. So I don't know what's going on with my equipment today, guys. It has been one of the weirdest days ever. So yeah, I'm gonna have to turn off the camera. Hopefully I can get it back on. If not, I'll just pause the stream and then restart it again. So right now we're not missing anything. It's gonna be on commercial break. I'm hoping to get back before we come back. So sorry about that, guys. Okay, we are back. If anybody is there, let me know if you can see me, hear me, and all the above. All right. So unfortunately, we did miss a few things. Man, this is just wild. Absolutely wild, man. Okay. So first and 10, ball at the 42 there for the Philadelphia Eagles. They're on their own side, and Saquon gets a handoff, and it's going to be taken down for a loss of about 5 on the play. Yep, both. Sweet. Thank you so much, David. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, all of a sudden my mouse just stopped working. Um, yeah, it's unfortunately connected by Bluetooth here, and it was working fine, perfectly fine for the last a week and into this game. It was great, and then all of a sudden it just disconnected, and unfortunately there's no other way to connect it since I don't have a actual physical mouse. So yeah, I had to kind of switch around, but it looks like it is back. Camera's back, perfect. So second and 14, ball at the 38. Pickett trying to get the ball out. I think it might be a fumble. It might be a fumble. Right now it's a scoop. And the Commanders have it. Oh boy. Oh boy. If this is a fumble, the Commanders are going to have a great field position here and an opportunity to potentially take the lead. Oh, actually, Pickett may have been able to just get that ball away just enough. It's definitely a throw. So I think it's going to be coming back and incomplete. It looks like Kenny is struggling with something on his ribs because when he got tackled and he landed, I think it was Bobby Wagner that took him down, and he landed right on Wagner's helmet there. The backup right now for Philly is warming up, but we do still have Kenny in for third and 14. Two receivers on the left. Pickett looking, scrambling, finding somebody underneath. That is Kenneth Gainwell, and that's going to be good for about maybe 5. So a heck of a job by this Commanders defense, man. Able to get this Philly offense off the field. And oh boy, man, Commanders coming back here. Just need a touchdown score. The extra point will give them the lead here. Punt is away by man, and it's going to be fair caught at the 13-yard line. 11-10 left in this game. And let me change the quarter here. Man, dude, this has been a weird Sunday thus far, man. I had to switch up the game, had to create a new scoreboard twice. And yeah, man, mouse stopped working, couldn't change the score, couldn't change the quarter. But hey, man, finding solutions every time. Dude, man, this Philly team has been. This offense just cannot seem to run the ball anymore, which is crazy, man. Saquon, I get it. Like, Hurts is not here. But the coverage has also been pretty solid for the Commanders. And the fact that they're able to, they're keeping up with these receivers, and they're bringing down Saquon for basically losses at this point is impressive. So right now, the Commanders' offense just needs to hold up their end of the bargain and get a win. Score some points. That's what they need to do. All right, looks like we are back. First and 10, ball at the 13. Two receivers to the left, shotgun, quick throw. And that's going to be a nice gain of about 5 there for Brown. Three receivers on the left, and Daniels pressured, try to get it to his tight end. Incomplete. It'll be bringing up a 3rd and 5. And Zach Ertz, man, he has been quiet against his former team. All right, we got 3 receivers on the left. Zach Ertz in the middle there. He's in motion, empty set. Takes the throw over the middle, and it's going to be a first down, getting it to the tight end. Sorry, the running back, Robinson. Gain of 8, but there is a flag on the field. And it was gonna be against Philly, but it's gonna be declined. Gain of 8, first down. Commanders drive keeps going. Robinson doing a heck of a job adjusting to that one. That thing was a little bit behind him. 3 receivers to the left. Quick throw, gets it out to McCaffrey, who's got some blockers. He's going to get the first down and a little bit more, and that's a gain of about 13 or 14 for the rookie Luke McCaffrey. We are under 10 minutes in this game. Single receiver to the left. Tight end in the slot to the right. Daniels throwing it deep down the right sideline. And incomplete. He is lucky that the safety did not look up in time, because that thing was going to be picked off. And that was number 34, Rogers. I think he's coming in for C.J. Gardner. Yeah, Rogers just didn't get his head turned around. If he did, I think he's going to pick that one off. So we got 2nd and 10. 2 receivers to the left. Daniels looking. Finds somebody down the field here. That's going to be a first down, gain of 11, and that is Zach Ertz. Daniels scrambling to the right. He finds a wide open man. That is Zacchaeus. He's down to the 25, Touchdown, Washington. But there is a flag on the field, though. So we'll see what this is. I think it might be on Philly there. So let's see what happened. Oh, okay. It's going to be too many men on the field. There's confusion. Completely blown coverage. Zacchaeus wide open. Caught it at the 30. Broke a tackle at the 15. Broke another tackle at the 10. And then literally just skipped his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Great job, man, by a young receiver too, man. Being smart enough to hey, I'm going to get down the field. I'm going to stop. I'm going to turn around and just make it easy for my quarterback. And with the extra point, the Commanders have stormed back to not only tie this game up, but to take the lead for the first time. They were down 14-0 at one point in this game. And at one point, it was 21-7. 21-7. And they have outscored the Eagles 6-21 since then. Man, after that Saquon run that made it 21-7, I was like, oh man, maybe Philly's just going to be able to run away with this one. Not the case, man. They haven't been able to run the ball. Their passing game is not there right now. And Washington hasn't looked amazing. They've definitely left some points, on the field. They've turned the ball over 4 times, including 3 fumbles. But they just kept on. Going, man. They're starting to get better here in this fourth quarter. That offense seemed to be being able to make some plays, and they just took the lead by 1 here in the fourth. David, I'm right there with you, man. Wow. Wow. All right, man. Well, let me see here. Let's look at where some teams are standing right now. I know certain games are definitely over. In terms of the earlier games. All right, so the Falcons game has a little over a minute left, but it's 34-7. So the Falcons are finally going to snap a long losing streak. The Colts at one point were up 31-7 over the Titans, and now it is 30-38. Colts on top. Jesus, man, the Colts are just a disaster. And Philly going to get this ball at the 9. They're going to return it 25-30, 35, and he stumbles. If he would have stayed on his feet, man, he might still be running. Panthers and Cardinals, 30-27. The Bears are down by 17 with a little over 2.5 minutes left to play. The Rams beat the Jets, 19-9. Bengals beat the Browns 24-6. So with a loss here, Detroit will likely retake control of the NFC. Obviously, the Vikings still have to play, but I'm pretty sure Detroit still has the tiebreaker over them. And Kenny Pickett with a handoff to Saquon, gain of about 5. So if the Vikings, I mean, even if the Vikings technically win, they still have to beat the Lions later in Week 18 to be able to have the tiebreaker over them. But with a loss here, man, if Philly loses, if they lose, Detroit will retake possession of the number 1 seed. All right, 2nd and 5, another run. Saquon fighting his way for a gain of 4. It'll be setting up a 3rd and 1. And play action. Quick throw to the right, and it's going to be incomplete. A.J. Brown unable to hold on to it. Going to the sidelines. It was a quick, 5-yard out route. And Marshawn Lattimore forcing that incomplete pass. It's been a rough one for Marshawn against AJ, but that one may have been the biggest play that they could have had right now. 4th and 2, Philly going for it. They're at their own 43-yard line. Devontae Smith in motion. Quick throw. First down. Ball at the 47. Heck of a job, man. All right, we got 1st and 10. Pickett looking down the field. He's going to throw it deep down the right. He finds Saquon, and it's going to be incomplete. Saquon open, just unable to hold on to it. I mean, they had the matchup they wanted. They had Saquon against a linebacker, even though it's Bobby Wagner. It's a mismatch, regardless. But Bobby able to literally just jump on top of Saquon as he's falling down and just force that incomplete pass. It's actually a very similar play to Marshawn's forced incomplete pass to AJ early in this drive. So 2nd and 10 instead of a long pass and catch. Saquon with the nice run to the left, and that's going to be good for about 3 or 4. I feel like I keep sinking out of frame. So just moving the camera now. There we go. All right, we got 3rd and 7, ball right at the 50. Pickett, quick throw, and too high for A.J. Brown, and that's going to force a 4th and 7. Dan Quinn losing his mind on the sidelines right now. I think he's trying to get his defense organized. All right, 3 receivers to the right. Pickett dropping back. Rolling pressure. He's going to find AJ. He breaks a tackle. It's a first down. Ball at the 36 officially there. Wow, man. Defender had Brown 2 yards short, but he over pursued. AJ able to make a nice little inside move. St. Just completely whiffed on the tackle there, just over pursued. And that's a first down for the Eagles there. Ball at the 36, almost at the 35. Takes the snap, 2 receivers to the left, and it's going to be a handoff to Saquon for a gain of 2. We're under 5 minutes. Pickett takes the snap, looking, and he's going to get sacked back at the 40, loss of 6. So it'll be 3rd and 15 here. They are technically, I guess, now with this, it's going to be a little bit harder of a field goal. If they can get an extra 5 yards here, I think it's going to make it a little bit more manageable. Marshawn Lattimore heading into the blue tent. Might have been why St. Justice was a one-on-one with Brown. Pickett gonna scramble. He's gonna pick up 5. No, he's gonna pick up a lot more, and it's gonna be a flag. Oh my God! Kenny slid, and the defender hit him in the head. Dude, why? He's clearly sliding. You gotta pull up, man. You gotta pull up. Don't make any contact. Oh my goodness. And it didn't hit him in the head, though. Oh no, they're picking up the flag. They're picking up the flag. All right, there we go. Because they were we were watching the review. I couldn't tell what was going on. But there we go. Now they went back to the ref. He was waving it off. So it wasn't. It didn't hit him in the head. It hit him in the shoulder. So, but regardless, Pickett able to pick up a massive amount of yardage on that one. So instead of being a nearly 60-yarder, it's going to be 50 yards. And we're going to have a timeout here. I think this is I think we're going to have a timeout here by Philly, potentially. Nope, it was a timeout by the Commanders, trying to stop the clock here, trying to preserve as much time. We are at 3:53 in this game. Jake Elliott to kick this one. It looks accurate enough. Does it have the juice? And it does. And the Eagles retake the lead. Ooh, nice, man. That thing, it just fell perfectly. Didn't try to sail. Heck of a job by Elliott. Absolutely, man. Only need a field goal. That's all they got to do. Got to take off some. They got to take some time off the clock for sure. They don't want to give Philly another opportunity. But if you're the Commanders, man, you need this game not just for to secure a playoff spot, but you gotta be like you're. I don't want to say fortunate, but you're fortunate that Jalen Hurts unfortunately had to leave this game. And like when you're in those situations, you gotta take advantage of it. When you have a backup quarterback, you have to win those games. All right, they're gonna get the ball. It's gonna be caught at the 1. Luke McCaffrey to return, and gonna get decent field position around the 35. So realistically, if you're the Commanders, you need to get this to at least the 35 of Philly. So you need 30 yards. You need minimum. You need to get at least 3 first downs here, roughly. Play action. Daniels dumping it underneath to his tight end, and it'll be incomplete. Unable to get to him. Philly doing a good job of putting some pressure on Daniels. Two receivers to the right. Empty set. Jaden dumping it underneath. Is that going to be even a catch? All right, it was a catch by Nichols, gain of about 5. So we're still north of 3 minutes. We got 3 receivers on the right. McLaurin alone to the left. Nichols splits out wide to the left there. And Daniels is picked off at the 45, forcing it over the middle. Absolutely no reason. And the Philadelphia Eagles are returning it inside the 30 down to about the 27. Jaden Daniels, I don't know what he was doing. He had Nichols right down, basically the same route. He had it wide open. Just hit him. Oh man, dude! If Daniels hits Nichols, I think it's gonna be a little bit short, but it's maybe a yard if that. Just a bad decision by a rookie quarterback there, man. Just throwing it over the middle against his body. And that is the 5th turnover for the Commanders. Their second interception, 3 fumbles. That is a rough day. Sapped. Sad faced panda, man. That's a good one. I like that one. It's gonna be a run by Saquon and nowhere to go there. Loss of 2. All right, there's a there is a 7-second difference, so they're gonna have to run one more play before the 2-minute warning. Commanders, I think, are gonna use a timeout here. after this play, and Brown nearly breaking loose. It's going to be a gain of about 8 or 9. And Washington does use their second timeout here. So if they can get a stop on this 3rd and 4, clock will be stopped at the 2 if they can stop him inbounds. But then you have to wonder, is Philly just going to go for it, especially if it's like a 4th and 1 or a 4th and very short? Will they trust Kenny Pickett to be able to pick up that 1 yard, most likely on a Philly shove? So it's actually going to be apparently 3rd and 5. So they move the ball just a little bit further back. So receiver in motion to the left. Pickett dropping back. Quick throw. And it's going to be dropped by Devontae Smith. He was wide open. Oh, my God, dude. That is utterly gut-wrenching. The game was in your hands, literally. You get this first down, you probably win. He was running a slant over the middle from the left to the right. Pickett put it perfectly right in front of him, and it just goes right through his hands, hits him in the face. He gets a second chance to haul it in, but he can't. That is ugly, man. So, but 40-yard kick coming up, and it's just inside. And the Eagles push this to a 5-point lead, man. Oh, that thing was... it was this close, man. That thing just curled in. All right, with that kick, it got us to the 2-minute warning. So the Commanders will have, barring the few seconds in the on the kick return, they'll have north of 150 on the clock plus a timeout, and they got to score a touchdown and hit the extra point to be able to win this game. No, actually, no, they're only up by 5. So no, a touchdown would win this game. All right, we got only a handful of games that are going on now. So let's look at the final while we're waiting for this game to come back. Detroit was able to beat Chicago 34-17. Last time those two teams faced off, Matt Eberflus got fired after the game. Tennessee losing to Indianapolis 38-30 after making a really solid comeback. Atlanta ran away with it 34-7 over the Giants. We talked about the Bengals. We talked about the Jets. And right now, the Arizona and Carolina game tied up at all 30-30 in overtime. Panthers currently have the ball. And the Minnesota game versus Seattle just started. And Luke McCaffrey gets the ball at the 9. It's to the 25, 30, 35. And going to be stopped up at around the 38. There is a flag on the field. It did come up from all the way up the field here, so might be against the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's going to be a false start. Oh yeah, Jesus. Philly player was basically like 3 yards down the field before the kick was even up in the air. All right, so they're going to get an extra 5 yards, and the ball will be at the 43 for the Commanders. And quick throw, and that's going to be a gain of 6 down to the 50 is Zaccheaus. All right, 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Daniels hands it off, and that's going to be a first down run for the Commanders. That is a gain of 6. They're going to be down to the 45 of Philly. Clock is continuing to run. 1:16, 1:15, 1:14. 2 receivers to the left. Daniels looking. Throwing it to the left. And a wide open Terry McLaurin to catch. Gain of 11. And a first down, man. Lot of stuff going on here for Philly. They are playing very soft coverage. Clock is stopped at 1:06. 3 receivers on the right. Single receiver to the left. Daniels in the shotgun. Running back to his left. Daniels going to try to scramble. He breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Keeps it going. And he falls out across the first down marker. Gain of 11. And remember, they need a touchdown. They're down by 5. Ball is just inside the 25, down to the 23. Quick throw. If that's a catch, that's going to be at the 17-yard line, I think. A little over 30 seconds. 29, 28. Snap the ball. Quick throw. Daniels is going to run. He's going to be short. It's going to be short. The clock is continuing to run. They're going to call a timeout here. Oh, man, dude. If you're Jaden Daniels, just throw that one away. You got to preserve your timeouts, man. You only have one. Now you have none, actually. All right, so 3rd and 1, 23 seconds left. Commanders, if they can score a touchdown, they win. Simple as that. I don't think this Philly offense has enough, really has a play in there that they could just score on one play and go. All right, ball is spotted at the 14-yard line. 3rd and 1. Got to find something here with a first down. They could technically stay on the ground. They do. They got to get quick. Spike the ball. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. 10 seconds. Feel like that took like an extra 3 or 4 seconds longer than it probably should have, but 10 seconds, you can squeeze for sure 2 plays, potentially 3, but you got to be quick, man. You can't dilly-daddle. Like, if it's there, great. If it's not, just throw it away. Give yourself another chance. Ball just inside the 10. Throw over the middle. And that is a touchdown to who else? Jamison Crowder over the middle, man. Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh. Wow, and that just took 4 seconds off the clock. Six seconds left. The Commanders are going to go for 2. Obviously, they're trying to make it a 3-point game. Worst comes to worst, you're still up by 1. Let's go, David. Let's go. Washington, so far, 20 points in this fourth quarter. It could potentially be 22 if they get this one. 3 receivers to the right. Daniels in the shotgun. Handoff, and it's a toe. He gets it in there, and that is Nichols with a 2-point conversion. And just like that, the Commanders retake the lead with 6 seconds left, up by 3, 36-33, and have scored 22 points in this fourth quarter. Just an amazing route by that route might be the same one that he ran on his earlier touchdown. This one was on the left. The first one was down the right. The fact that the Commanders have turned the ball over 5 times in this game, and they are 6 seconds away from beating arguably one of the best teams in the NFL. And I'm not going to lie, there was a false start. I noticed that too, and I was just like, all right, we'll just let it go. All right. They're going to have to return this one. Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds. What are you doing? Get out of bounds. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, no. Oh, no. And it's a fumble. It's a fumble, and it's recovered by the Commanders, and they're going to win. The Commanders get 10 wins. They're 10-5, and the Philadelphia Eagles' 10-game win streak is going to end here today, and they drop to 12-3. Seastrom, holy cow, is correct. And just like that, man, the Commanders have likely just punched their ticket to the playoffs for the first time since, 2016, 2015 probably? I'm trying to remember, man. How long has it been? Actually, have they not made the playoffs since RG3 was there? No way, dude. No way. All right, guys. Just because I have to get ready for the next game, I'm going to have to cut this one a little short. Just a wild, wild game. We'll definitely talk about it during the next game here, but I got to get this situated. But David, Dahlia, Seastrom, thank you guys so much. Seastrom, thank you for popping in here at the end, brother. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope to see you guys in a couple minutes. But it's going to be New England, Bills. Let's get ready for it, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys.